Now, listen, one of the most motivating people, in all honesty, that I've ever met, motivated and motivating, charismatic, whoop, on fire. I swear to God, I'm not even joking, is Miss Lydia Amoah. She's sensational. She inspires so many people across the world. She really does. And, she's one of those people. She has an idea. And before you know it, the darn thing is out there. The darn thing is out there. And she doesn't worry even too much about it being perfect first time around, because it's like, let's just get it out there. She is the founder of the Black Pound Report. She had the idea. She did it herself, initially at her kitchen table. And now I can't name names, but I can tell you that some of the biggest brands in the world are now, what's the word for it? Well, it's wooing is the only word I can say, wooing, beating a path to her door, wanting to have their name on the next Black Pound Report. That's how powerful she is. Ms. Lydia Amoah, can you please share your tips for how we can all promote ourselves and be truly effective in the world today?
Fiona,
Lydia's in the house. Lydia's in the house.
Fiona, thank you so much for inviting me here today. And I just want to start by just saying I love you so much. You've always been a major part of my life and part of the big decisions that I have made. So I show you lots of love and gratitude. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love you. I'm not allowed to cry. Jetty Seagrove came on this morning. Oh my gosh, she's so serious. And I nearly cried because I was so emotional. And she said, I said, oh gosh, I think I'm going to cry. She said, you can't possibly cry. It's Saturday morning.
That is true. It's absolutely true, Fiona. So you always have to give thanks.
Pull yourself together.
Honor the people. Pull yourself together as well, but also honor the people that have been a part of your life and make a massive difference. And you're one of those people. You go above and beyond. So I just wanted to let everybody know that it's really good to be here today. And so today's about motivation and helping you in areas of your life. How can I do that? Let me start by saying, sit up. I hope you've got a pen and I hope you've got something to write on, scribe on, and take this seriously. Abandon any doubt and take in anything I say that resonates with you. Let's go for it. So today is about how we can make you become even more of a success, or if you're at the beginning of your journey, to become a success. Because you know what, to be successful, you cannot be a secret. You cannot be a secret. So I've got an acronym, it's a bit long, but it's called specialize. So the first S is this: to be able to be successful, to be able to get your message out there, to enable you to be seen. You've got, number one, you've got to be really specific. Fiona knows about that because so many times she's asked me to be really specific. Lydia, drill it down. And it's true. You need to be really specific. What is your message? What are you about? Why are you doing the thing that you're doing? What's the reason it needs to be you? Why are you this channel of communication and change? So if you're really sure about that, write it down, take some time later on to be really specific, because even now we are living in a world where people get bored really easily and they've only got a limited amount of time to be able to listen to what you've got to say. So when you can be really specific, you've captured their attention. So that's why it's so important. And then P is your passion. And also I'll add to that, I'll give you a bonus and put on permission. It's really important for you to have passion and to also give yourself permission. And that might sound a bit clicky, but it's absolutely true, because how many of us have sat there with all these different ideas and then they've just been ideas. We're passionate about them. We could be passionate about them for 10 years, 20 years, but we don't give ourselves permission to do it. And then before you know it, time has passed, somebody else has done it, and you might be holding a grudge. Like, why do I hate this person? They're doing what you wanted to do.
They stole my idea.
They stole my idea. And you sat on it for ages. You don't want to be doing that. Okay. So the next one, or specialize, is E. You've got to bring your energy. You know, there's no point coming across and being really specific about who you are and what you do. And then you've given yourself permission, you've got your passion, but you're not bringing that energy. Because have you ever met someone, they're really good at their game, but there's just something about them, you're like, oh my gosh, is it that time already? You know, you have to be bring in the energy, your energy. You don't have to mimic mine or Fiona's or Stuart or Jade or Jane, anyone, yourself. Who is your energy? What is it? And when I say energy, I mean spirit, you know, bring that to the fore and you'll see amazing things happen. As Fiona said, I come up with ideas and they're not always perfect, but I will still run with them. And then I'll be a bit childlike actually in what I'm doing, because what I love about most children is they're really explorative and they just put it out there, and then you get to see what comes back at you. And then from that, you learn and you sharpen it. And number C is it's really important to craft your message. Get super clear, convey your message, make sure it's super clear. When you can do these steps, you're definitely going to get yourself out there. I is for influence. We're all influencers here, whether it's to our family, if they pay attention to us, or in our business or in our careers. We're some form of influence. And that influence can be positive or negative. If you take these steps, make sure you have really great influence. And it doesn't matter how small, how medium, how large, as long as you use your influence in the right way. And then A, I call that acceptance of self, because if you're anything like me, even though I'm confident, there are times where you think, oh my gosh, am I good enough? Have I got it all going on? You know, does my hair look good enough? We put all these things out there to stop ourselves. You have to come to a place of acceptance about who you are and what you do and the person you are today, and create a better attitude. Okay. Attitude leads to gratitude. And then L, I say leverage. Always never be complacent and be comfortable where you are. I don't mean to drive yourself to a point of burnout, but there's always a way that we can leverage. I remember in the beginning, Fiona said that there's times where she's acted in her comfort zone. Well, gosh, Fiona's acted in her comfort zone. We're all in trouble. So, you know, but still, you just have to leverage. There's always that next level that you can go to. There's always that next level. And then S is for, I say, showtime. You have to show up. What platform are you going to use? Maybe you have to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do that video. You know, I'm going to put myself, I'm going to do an Insta Live. I'm going to send that email. Just show up on the right platform where your audience lives, or even if they don't live there, maybe you could create a new audience on that platform. Just be explorative, be childlike, show up, most importantly. And the last one, there's two. I'm going to give you a bonus here. So number one, embrace yourself. That's really important. Project embrace you. Because when you do, somehow doors begin to open. And then right next door to embrace is that ego. They can sit alongside each other like that, and be sure, you know, when you're in your ego, because, you know, get a bit attitudey, the wrong type of attitude flows through, get a bit negative, get a bit sometimes paranoid in thought and all of this. But when you're in Project Embrace, you're embracing things. And even if you're around energies that aren't elevated to be the same as yours, they'll either come close and be part of your vibration, or they'll just slip away. So you don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. I've been in both places, and embracing is much more attractive. And I even look much more attractive as well when I'm in that space.
Yeah. So Lydia, let me just ask you a question, because I love that, and I'm sure other people do too.
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean by embrace yourself, and how can we embrace ourselves?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay. Oh, well, that's a really good question. So I think many of us here have been in a position in our lives where we've not really felt good enough, or we've punished ourselves for the mistakes that we've made, okay? Or there's just something on the negative side of our lives that we feel embarrassed about. We've got that inner secret. Everyone's got one belief. But you have to come to a point where you embrace and value yourself. How? That means write down the things that you're good at. I've got the markings on the wall. My husband just thinks it's a bit too much, but I have reminders. I've got my vision board in front of me right now, and all my things that are really important to me, like I found my inner warrior, or multicultural, you know, I'm a magnet for joy. All of these things help me embrace myself. And that means that, Fiona, that I can show up and I can be in that room, and I'll ring you up and go, Fiona, guess what? I have just literally contacted this big company and they've said yes. You know, I'll give you an example. Mm-hmm. Last week, There was this company I found out that are interested in diversity, creating opportunities for all people, gender, ethnicity, everything. And they said, you should contact this person. I said, do you have someone? They said, no. So I scoured LinkedIn and I said, hey, guess what? This person from, I'll say it, Channel 4, highly recommended that I contact you. I've got this project. I want to know whether you align with it. You know, how about us, we have a meeting? And they said, oh, can we do it sometime in June? And I thought, that's just too late for me. So I rang.
Of course it is. I'm Lydia Amoah. What are you talking about, June? I'm talking about today.
I'm talking about today.
You're going to miss the boat. You are going to miss the boat with talk like that.
Yes.
June.
So I got back to them and I said, I'll give you here's some 2 options. What about this date or that date? And they went, okay.
Like today or tomorrow.
Yeah. And you know, and I didn't know what the response would be, but hey ho, it's happening next Wednesday.
Whoa, people.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Pay attention.
Yeah.
And you know what? People love confidence.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
When it's something that is important to you, but it's not about your personal gain.
Yes.
That's when you're really empowered.
Yeah.
That's when you have permission to go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you can, ask people for things because it's not about me. Yes. That's why, really, I could say to Stuart, please, it's your lunch hour. I get it. You're busy. I'm just looking for 15 minutes. And he's like, okay, then, Fiona. Mm-hmm. I couldn't ask him to do that if it was just for me and my personal gain. No. So I'm just putting that out there. Life is much easier when you are aligned to something and motivated by something above and beyond your personal gain. And that's who you are, Lydia. And I think that's why you get magic, why magic happens, why you do get bloody great big brands getting in touch with you and going, can we have a meeting? And you're going, well, I'll check my diary. Okay, then. but it's true. Yeah, look at you. You set up the Black Pine report. Yes. It was just an idea that you had. We all have ideas, guys.
Yeah.
You had an idea. You sat at your kitchen table or your spare bedroom and you just did the work yourself and you made it happen. Mm-hmm. And you put it out there in the world. It made an impact. People picked up on it. And now people are coming to you and you're going, well, let me think. Let me check my diary. I'll have my people call your people.
Yeah, you have to be bold, Fiona. And I think, as you say, when you know that it's a bigger picture, it's not just about me, it's about you have a big purpose. And everyone here today is a change maker. They want to have a big purpose in the world. And many of you today will have, as you've listened to all the different speakers, maybe had the droplet of a download of an idea. Take it seriously, because it's within these spaces that these ideas germinate. And that's what happened with me. I watched Think and Grow Rich, the movie, and sat there, Fiona, and all of a sudden I felt as though Mary Bethune, who's born in the 1800s, a daughter of enslaved parents, as I saw her story, I felt that, this might sound a bit woo-woo, but I thought, she's talking to me and she's telling me, Lydia, I need you to let the world know, especially amongst Black people as well, but multicultural, it is for everybody. But, I happen to be in this world, in this melanin brown skin, they need to value themselves more, love themselves more, and I need you to do something about it. And I literally felt that I heard that audibly. And I know that won't be a surprise to people here today, because we've heard about people doing hypnotizing, meditation. So you know that when you're in that space, even what Jane Seagrove said at the beginning, she needed funding, thinking, what am I going to do? Then Fiona rings her up. She knew the universe pulled the two of you together. Same way when I, all those years ago, I've got my old version of this book, read this book. And because I'm one of those people, I just thought, I need to meet this woman. So somehow I found her telephone number. And Fiona happened to also pick up the phone. Hello. I said, and I didn't expect it to be Fiona. I said, is that really you? And she was like, she must have thought, who is this person at the other end of the phone? But that was it. And Fiona has been in my life ever since. So And me and Fiona did a project. We did a project together last week, didn't we?
We did. It was so great. Honestly, it was great,
Yeah.
Lydia.
Everybody loved you. Everybody loved you. And these are things that can happen when you step out of yourself and you get really specific about who you are, what you do, what you're about. You make sure you've got a clear message, nice and short and sweet, to the point, bring your energy, be enigmatic. You know, I believe in God, Holy Spirit, whatever you believe in, the trees, the horses, whatever you believe in, always
believe in something.
Like that. Believe in something.
Believe in something. Believe in something. And believe in yourself.
Most importantly.
And let that belief in something motivate you. You know, listen, guys, the reason we're all here today is that I love animals. And I'm just done with animal suffering. I'm done with tolerating it.
Yes.
I'm done with tolerating it. So I just asked a question, which was, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
Yeah.
And you know, after 5 minutes, I was clear as a bell. I put on this event. I put on an event that uplifts people, because Lord knows we could all do with it. Who doesn't need a little bit more upliftment? But at the same time, it has to support animals. And after 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes of scratching my head, I remembered this charity I'd heard about. I call up. I leave a whole spiel on the answer machine about, hey, da-da, for you, woohoo. And just as I'm about to go, someone picks up the phone. And it's Jenny Seagrove. What are the chances? I'm only saying that to guys, to you, to encourage you to do the same. Okay, yes, call up Jenny Seagrove and offer her money. No, whatever it is for you. You know, whatever it is for you, whatever it is for you, connect with that higher motivation. Your life is not about paying bills. Your life is not about getting by. Your life is not about just making money. And I know that we have to do all of those things, and it's fine. But make it about more than that. Make it about more than that. Make it about something that really excites you, that motivates you to get up out of bed in the morning and get up and out of your own way. Because you will do things. You will be motivated to do things when it's for something really exciting, something important, above and beyond paying bills, above and beyond your personal needs, above and beyond just getting by. So make sure that you're connected to that and that your life is really on track and on purpose. And then you will have so much energy. Sometimes people say to me, where do you get your energy from? It's from a plant-based diet, but it's also from being very connected to what motivates me. I only spend time with people who motivate me. I don't waste my time. No judgment, but I really don't waste my time with people who are people who say no or who drag me down. And I say this as encouragement to you all to go for the same. Life is very precious. It's very long, but it's also very short. So you've got to make full use of the time available, of your energy available. In the way that Lydia is talking about, get clear, get intentional, focus, go for it, get the right people around you, get yourself aligned within yourself, give yourself permission. Actually, I invite you right now to write in the chat box if you'd like to. I commit to my success. I commit to my success. I commit to my success. It's a decision. Things change after you make a decision. In fact, things only change after you make a decision. So that's a really good decision that you might want to make today. I commit to my success. Here's another decision that you may want to take as well. I commit to doing everything to support my success. I commit to doing everything to support my success. And then get yourself into action. Get yourself into action, whatever that is for you. Because if you only make the decision and then don't take the action, you will deflate yourself. You will undermine confidence in yourself. You will start to see yourself as a person of ideas who doesn't follow through. That's not good. My encouragement to you is get into action quickly. So I did not allow for any room, any space for doubt to get in the way of me being clear and excited about what I wanted to do and making the phone call. It was in the space of a minute or two, literally. And that's what you have to do. You want to get into being a fast action taker. And then you have that energy, and people want to be around that energy. Will everything that you try and do work? Probably not. Who cares? You throw enough at the wall, some of it's going to stick. So Lydia, what's your, I guess your final message to people watching you and listening to you? And by the way, let me say something else to everyone here. Just notice how inspiring it is to be around someone who is inspiring. Mm-hmm. It's not even what Lydia says. It's her energy, because she has trained herself, made herself be a person who is inspired, and who takes inspired action. It changes who you are. It's available to you, to any one of us, to be like that. And then you walk into a room and people just go, what are you selling? I'm buying. I got my credit card here. How much is it? Yeah, what do you do? I'll have some. Seriously, you walk on stage.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of stage stuff, and I've seen this. And sometimes it's happened for me too. You walk on stage, and in 7 seconds, people have already decided. They've already decided. You haven't even made it to the center of the stage. You haven't even opened your mouth. Mm-hmm. And it's not to do with what you're wearing. It's to do with how you feel and the feeling that you give of yourself. It's an internal thing. Mm-hmm. It's an internal thing. Mm-hmm. So what's that final thing that you want to leave everyone with here, Lydia?
Yeah. I want to say to everybody that we hear this a lot, but it's so true. Don't just believe in yourself, yes, but believe what's inside of you. You know, it's not about, you can believe in yourself, but you've got to believe in what's inside of you, and that it's going to come through. Because as Fiona said, it's not just about what I say, but it's about what and whom I bring. And that's really important. So before this session, I said, right, God, right, I know what I want to say. Even as I'm saying it now, I get goosebumps. Let me be the channel. Let me serve the people. What do you want me to say? And then what do I do? That means what Fiona says all the way through: get yourself out of your own way. Get yourself. Actually, that's what I want to say is get yourself out of your own way, because half the struggle is you. Half the battle are your thoughts and how you view yourself. So you need to do whatever you need to do, be part of this program, buy this day, play it back, sleep on it, just keep putting it in your brain consistently. That's what I do. I fall asleep listening to positive messages, and I wake up and I'm like that, right, I'm ready, and I liked what Jenny said in the beginning. I do also do the same thing, swerve the negative, swerve it like no one's business, because we are here for a limited time. And I'm not saying be cold, be nasty, be like, oh, sorry, you're too negative, miss. Sorry. I don't mean it like that, but just be mindful with your time. Energy is a real thing. So I couldn't even say one thing, Fiona. I apologize.
Oh, no, you said it all brilliantly. You said it brilliantly.